A very good morning, class. We are in the chapter number 2, the River Valley Civilization. We began with the concept that why was it so very important that the early civilizations settled on the banks of the rivers. Why did they settle down on the banks of the rivers? It's a major question, it's a big question, that the early civilization got settled along the rivers, along the banks of the rivers. The reasons that we figured out, that we came out with, that in order to cultivate crops, in order to grow crops, they required a fertile land. And a fertile land could only be found when it is situated on the banks of the rivers. Means the areas near to the banks of the rivers are very fertile, or the lands near to the bank of the river are very fertile. First. The second is there is availability of water. Ample amount of water is available, which is required for the crop production. And the third was that it was a major source of transportation, major mode of movement of goods. Okay, because there were no other modes of transportation available during those times. We are talking about the history of Mesopotamian civilization 3000 years back. The word Mesopotamia itself means land between rivers. Land between rivers. It's a place in called Iraq now. Okay, and two major rivers come out from there, Tigris and Euphrates. In Mesopotamian civilization, we are talking about the three important regions, three important cities, that is Sumer, Akkad and Assyria. Out of which Sumer was the one that was most renowned, most perfect one, that the historians could record many things from them, many things from those cities, because many scripts are found, many literary sources shows the record that they have a written record of that, whatever they were or whatever the system was. In the last video, we talked about the Mesopotamia's town planning. How was the town planning during those eras? How was the social life of the people? What were their major contributions? Today we are going to see the major occupations of the people in the Mesopotamian civilizations. See, the reasons we saw that why did the early settlers or early civilization people got settled on the banks of the rivers? Because they found the land was very fertile. Now, fertile land is required for agricultural purpose. So, major occupations of the people were agriculture. They were the first one who grew crops. They were the first one who grew weeds. They learned the magic of growing the crops, which was an accidental event only, but slowly and steadily they gained the knowledge and became perfect in the growing of crops. So agriculture was the major occupations and wheat was the first crop which were grown by them. Okay. And then after they kept on improving, they kept on progressing. The trades or the surplus production which they had, they started trading to the other parts even, to the other people even. Okay, not only within the country but even abroad. The seals of Indus Valley civilization, the seals of Indus Valley civilization, or even called as Melua, was found there, which shows that there was a trade between two civilizations. One Mesopotamian civilization and the other was Indus Valley civilization. The seals depict over there. So the trade flourished. The trade can only flourish when you have surplus or ample amount of production, and if you wish to give it to the other person, then you should be self-sufficient first. So we see that the Sumerians were self-sufficient. They had they had surplus production, and whatever extra they produced, they kept on exchanging with the other parts. And those other parts were basically the Indus Valley civilization, which was even called as Melua. Okay, the seals indicate. The historians have found out this from the seals. The next is they developed the means of weightage and measurement. There was no proper source through which the goods could be weighted, the goods could be measured. So they were the one who developed or invented different methods through which the goods could be measured. Then they developed the wheeled transport. Wheeled transport, basically a transport cart which was made of, or raft which were made of woods. They developed this because they wanted to transport, or they wanted to supply the goods from one place to the other place. So they even invented, or they even developed the wheeled transport. So this was the journey that they relied on agriculture. Agriculture became their major occupations. Apart from these occupations, they even relied on metallurgy business, they even relied on pot making business or cloth weaving business. So there were other things which were they handling. But major population was involved in agriculture. That is why if the question comes to you in the examination, what was the major occupation in which the Sumerians were engaged? So your answer should be the Sumerians were engaged in agriculture, because with respect to agriculture only they got settled on the banks of the rivers, because the land near the river side was very fertile and ample amount of water could be collected within less span of time. They even developed artificial reservoirs. Artificial reservoirs were used for the sake of watering the plant during the non-rainy seasons or during the hot and humid seasons. You can say in the summer season when it's very hot and humid, you need to water the plant. So for that they even made artificial reservoirs wherein they used to keep the waters reserved. The next concept is about the religion policy. What was the religious policy of the Sumerians? Were they very reluctant? Were they very liberal? What was the religious concept of the Sumerians? See, the Sumerians basically were agricultural growers. The major occupation we have learned that they were involved in the agricultural production only. The Sumerians understood one thing. It's the philosophy of nature that we need to understand. How does season changes? How does the summer, after summer there is a monsoon, and after monsoon there is a winter? How does this seasons influence or season changes? So they could not understand the principle. So they believed one thing, that the religion concept is that they believed in the nature. They started worshipping the nature. They had a thought, if the nature was happy with them, they would receive ample rainfall, which would be beneficial for the growth of the crops. If the nature would be angry, they may go out of the crop in a season. So, since agriculture was their major occupations, they required monsoon, and monsoon was in the hand of nature. So, the religious policy of the Sumerians were basically inclined towards, or the center of the point was towards the nature worshipping. They believed in the nature worshipping, that if we worship the nature, if the nature is happy with us, then our goods or our crops would come out in the best possible way. The second is the concept of life after death. They believe that there is a life after death. Means when the dead bodies of the humans were burned or were buried, they kept all the necessary things that a person requires when he is alive. Okay, along with the dead body of the person, all the necessary things which were required by, or which were used by the person, was buried under the earth, beneath the earth, so that a person, when whichever sphere he goes, in whichever part he goes, he could use it. So this is the concept that in the modern sense, in the modern era, even we follow. So this concept has come out from the Sumerians. They had a simple philosophy that there is a life after death. So class will put a stop over here. In the next class we shall talk about the script and the astronomy or mathematics part of the Sumerians. Thank you.